Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. Look here, y'all. Today I'm going to share with you a story about a young man who had 20 days to go home. They got caught stealing commissary. Now, you may not think that's a big deal, but I do. And I'm going to explain to you why I think that's a big deal, okay? So what I want you to do is just sit back, relax, and take in what I'm about to say, right? Because we have to get to a point to where we hold each other accountable for the things that we do. We cannot and should not continue to make excuses for stupid behavior. We just can't keep doing that. Because if we keep doing that, nothing's ever gonna change. Nothing. And I'm talking about personal change, personal growth. You feel me? And I'm talking about the people in the communities that guys are going to be getting out of prison and going back to. The people in those communities, they deserve a person coming back into that community that can shine a light, that can be an example, that can be somebody that they can look up to, not as somebody that's living the criminal lifestyle, but look up to them as somebody that accepts responsibility for what they've done, paid their debt to society, and you can show them that there's another side to this. We have to start holding people accountable. And if we're not going to do that, we cannot continue to complain about what people do to us. Do I have to be more explicit with you? Do I have to be more explicit? Well, okay, then I'm going to be more explicit because it seems to me some people don't get what I'm saying. As Black people, we cannot continue to do the dumb things that we do, right? Faking it till we make it on the con. And then say, white people doing all this and that to us. Don't get me wrong. It is what it is. We know what it is. But why do we keep falling in the trap? Why do we keep falling in the trap? And why are we not holding each other accountable to the point where we don't fall in the trap? That's what I want to talk about in this episode, right? So I want y'all to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now let me lay the scene for you, right? Let me lay the scene for you. This guy. He's not a bad dude. You feel me? He's not a bad dude. He's probably in his late 20s, mid 30s, early 30s. But he had 20 days, 20 calendar days to go home, to be with his family, to be with his loved ones. And I think he has kids. And if he doesn't, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, but I think he has kids. But he had 20 days before he would be going home to be with them. And what he does is he gets caught stealing commissary. Now, when I say commissary, I'm talking about food items that we are allowed to order from the warehouse, and then they bring it in to us. It's almost like somebody on the streets that works at Target or Walmart or Publix or something like that, and they get caught shoplifting. That's what I'm talking about here. This guy was shoplifting. But what he was doing, he was getting this commissary. He might have a small amount of money on his account. And he would fill up his bag because he's the one that puts all the stuff in the bags and send it in. He would fill up his bag full of stuff and he'd send it in. And when he would send it in, he would not only send it in to himself, but he would send it in to other people as well, right? A lot of people are in on the move. So one day, there's this one guy, he wants in on it. He already has issues with what went down because he's noticing that the people that might be in charge of all of this stuff, they're starting to shun him. So he really has an issue with being shunned. So when he asks to get in on the move, it's really just a setup. He wants to see what they say because he's already made up his mind that it's going down. It's going down. He's going to bring the whole house down. You feel me? So when he's told that, yeah, I'll mess with you, and then they hit him with 1 pouch or maybe 2 pouches, he gets upset. And he does what people do. He does what people do. When people are shunned, when people are hurt, when people are mad, they usually want to do something to hurt the people that are hurting them. So he told it. And what did that result in? That resulted in them, the people that run the prison, to start to pay a little bit more attention, and they realize that something's not right here. So here they come. And when they come, I'm telling you, they come with force. Okay, we got you and we got you. Let's check your bag. Well, you only have $4 or $8 on your books, but how did you get $40 worth of commissary? And then let me tell you something. On top of that, this brother gets caught stealing those Hawaiian rolls. You understand what I'm saying? He's just acting all out of control. We don't even get to bring Hawaiian rolls on this compound. We can't order them from the commissary. So he's out there just picking up stuff at his leisure because he's gotten what? Arrogant with the move. He's gotten cocky because he had been doing it. So he sees the fact that ain't nobody paying attention. I can do anything I want to do. I can do anything I want to do. And when you do that, criminal, you get careless. That's what you do. We all get careless when we don't get caught. It emboldens us. It makes us feel like we got the plan, we got this mapped out right. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Ain't nobody before us or anybody coming after us going to be able to do this thing the way we think we're doing it. You want to know why? Because when you're a criminal, you got to get it right every time. When the police only have to get it right once. The odds are against you. In the criminal lifestyle, the odds are against you. It is what it is. And when they come, they take everything. So anyway, 2 of them, 2 guys that worked at the warehouse doing the shoplifting, the one that had 20 days left, the other one had a few months, they both go to the hole. Now here we go. Now the rumors are starting to spread. And usually when somebody goes to the hole, this is what happens, y'all. Let me tell you what happens when somebody goes to the hole. You got people on the compound that may or may not like them, but they look at that as an opportunity and say, wait a minute, we can send them in the other direction. When I say them, I'm talking about the people that run the prison. So notes started to get dropped. Oh, they the ones been bringing in the drugs. They've been doing this. They've been doing that. Put everything off on them. And that's what happened. So now they sitting in the hole pending investigation. And now all of a sudden it's like these dudes became a threat. But at one time they the trustees of the prison. Trustees are people that are trusted by the administration to work outside the fence. They are given a certain amount of leeway because they have demonstrated that they can live in here, follow the rules, don't get write-ups, and do all the things that they're told to do according to the policies. But these 2 individuals, along with a few other people, they've been manipulating. They've been manipulating. And nobody was paying attention because that manipulation game was top-notch. Smile, yes sir, no sir, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time it's cool hand loot, putting it in the bag. You feel me? So let me tell you what happened. After they got put in the hole, they've been in the hole for a few days, and notes start to get dropped on them and all kinds of stuff is going on. It starts to drift out that somebody told it, right? And now people are starting to try to figure out who it is. And of course, they threw that on somebody, whether the person that they say told it or not. Let me tell you why I don't care. And I know some of you might be shocked at what I'm about to say. Let me tell you why I don't care. Because it's going to go back to the introduction. I'm more concerned, y'all. I'm more concerned with the crimes that they were committing. Because these 2 individuals, one of them 20 days down, getting ready to go home. 20 days down to get ready to go home. Now, why is it that both of these guys still feel the need to do the things that they were doing? They've been in prison for a few years. They had not addressed the issues that brought them to prison in the first place. What is that? I don't know. Were they traumatized as kids? Maybe. Do they just like the criminal lifestyle? Maybe. Do they have a fear of rejection? Maybe. All kinds of things could have been going on, but they never took the time to address them. Oh, you can say, well, the system is set up for me to fail. I agree with you on that. But this is the thing. When you realize that the system is set up for you to fail, then you put in the work on your own. Put in the work on your own and do what you need to do. Read a book, figure it out. You got to do something different. If you know that the system is set up for you to fail, then why did you get back on the interstate? Why did you do it? Why did you do it? Because you're a coward. And let me explain to you what a coward is. A coward is somebody that knows that they have a problem and refuses to do something about it. Refuses to do something about it and then blames everybody else for their lot in life. It's being a coward. It's not being a man. So now the word is spreading around the compound to shun the person that did the telling. What for? What you shunning him for? What you shunning him for? Because the truth of the matter is this. You had people all over the compound talking about, man, look here, my bag fat. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Wait a minute. What you doing that for? Don't get me wrong, I'm not condoning your behavior, but why you telling everybody? Why you telling everybody? And then you get mad at somebody that told it. I mean, make it make sense for me. You can't make it make sense. You got people doing the wrong thing, telegraphing and telling everybody that they're doing the wrong thing because they like to brag. They want to boast. And then when somebody tells it, you get upset at the person for telling it. Oh, wait a minute. He broke the G code. Come on, man. Come on now. Y'all need to quit that thinking it's honor among thieves. They just don't go together. Ain't no honor among thieves. It can't be. We stealing. And a thief is going to steal. That's what it is. So where's the honor? It ain't none. So quit acting silly. And then let me tell you something else, y'all. I'm going to just keep it real with you. The man, he stole these Hawaiian buns, right? These rolls, right? And people say that they're good. I've never had them. I've been in here, so I don't know what they taste like. But people say they're good. I've seen the commercials on TV. But here's my thing, y'all. If I'm going to get some Hawaiian buns, don't you think I'm going to get some jelly to go with them? You feel me? He didn't even steal no jelly, y'all. You're going to get the Hawaiian buns with no jelly. What are he going to eat on? What are he going to eat on? I don't understand. I think he was just doing it just to show he could do it. I do. I think he was just doing it to show he could do it. He got a thrill out of it. He got a thrill out of it. He liked people to say that he's the man. He liked people to pay attention to him like it. And that's how he got his attention. But the problem that I have, the bigger issue that I have with this is that this guy, both of these guys were going home. And then once they get home, this negative behavior that they have was going to continue to be, it would have influence over the people that they're going to be around. Now they're going to become role models in the wrong way, in the negative way. What do you think about that? Now it becomes serious. See, those kids that would have been watching them don't care nothing about the snitch that told it, as they say. Those kids that would have been watching them are watching them and looking up to them. And they're going to be the wrong role models. But those kids don't know that. But we do. But we don't say anything. We let them continue to do what they do as if it's cool. And then when they crash and burn and fall into the bus, we sit on the side and say, well, I knew they were going down. I don't know what they was doing. They was tripping. They were tripping. I don't understand that. I was in a conversation not knowing really what's going on. I was in a conversation with another dude a couple of weeks before this went down that was talking about how he eating good out there at the warehouse and at the commissary and all this and that. And I said, bro, you don't need to be telling everybody your business, man. Why would you be doing that? Come to find out, all of them doing the stupid stuff. But they get mad if somebody say something about it. Come on, y'all. How about paying attention to the stupid stuff? We always want to say something about the snitch or the person, whatever we want to call it. I don't even want to use that word. We always want to pay attention to somebody and put the focus on somebody that says something about the negative behavior to the authorities versus the people that's doing the negative behavior. What are we talking about here? But then we always want to hoop and holler and say, white folks this, white folks that. I know that the system is messed up, man. I know it is. But why do we keep falling for the trap and then blaming somebody else? Stop that, man. Because the stakes are too high. The people that are watching you, those kids that are watching you as you, the negative role model now, that's what you need to be focused on. You don't want them to make the same bad decision that you made. You don't want them walking down the same path and finding the same misery that you found at the end of the rainbow. So come on, man. We need to start holding each other more accountable and saying what we need to say. We thugs, killers, and all this, and drug dealers, then we need to come hard and correct and say, look, bro, that's enough of that. Why won't we do that? Why won't we do that? Are we afraid to do that because we don't want to hold ourselves accountable? Is that what's going on? It's hard to take the moral high ground when you down in the dirt with them. You understand what I'm trying to say? So if you down in the dirt with them, you can't correct. You feel like you shouldn't be able to say nothing. I'm going to agree with you. So get out of the mud. Come on now, get out of the mud. I done shot off on y'all. I'm sorry about that. I ain't mean to shoot off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my family. I really care about each and every one of you. But I'm just mad that this stuff keeps happening. I'm mad that we got people that have an opportunity to go home. When I know people in here that, myself included, has been here for 20, 30, 40 years. And some people ain't going home. But here they are. They had a chance to go home. They want to jack it off by shoplifting. Got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. I know people in here that cut their right hand off just to go home. For real. And then you out here wanting to shoplift. And then think everything is cool, talking about, man, somebody told on me. I don't want to rap. I don't even want to rap. Somebody told on you. You told on yourself when you started doing it. It's as simple as that. And we need to hold each other more accountable. That's what we need to do, and stop worrying so much about the person that brings everything to light and pay attention to the people that's doing what they're doing. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? That's all I'm saying. Tell me what y'all think about that, man. Hit me up, you know what I'm saying, in the comment sections, man, and my family let me know what you say. I'm just curious about the response that I'm going to get out of this, right? This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.